Connecting with people, engaging with them, and learning from each other is how we find our biggest rewards. As a people and as a nation, infrastructure development plays a pivotal role in our growth and development. Access to good road networks, highways, and bridges is crucial. But that's just one main ingredient in the recipe for achieving progress. It's about planning and foresight towards a sustainable and prosperous future.
Once upon a time, there lived a beautiful maiden named Magayon and a brave warrior named Panganuron. Two star-crossed lovers whose romance would ultimately end in their dying in each other's arms. Legend says that on the spot that they were eventually buried was where the majestic Mount Mayon eventually rose.
Albay is blessed for having Mayon volcano in its midst. Because of its almost perfect cone shape, it has attracted tourists coming to Albay. This beautiful site has really made Albay known not just in the Philippines but in the world as well.
Payri na kamo sa Magayon na probinsyang Albay.
Dagos po kamo sa probinsya ni Albay.
Albay is a unique place because it has a beautiful destinations, it has beautiful surroundings, environment, ecology. Hence, we are one of the 3 biosphere reserves here in the Philippines. We have 1.6 million tourist arrivals. That was pre-pandemic. For foreign tourist arrivals, we have an average of 600,000. The pandemic indeed adversely affected the tourism industry in Albay. We're still trying to help the local tourism industry by encouraging local tourists to patronize its own tourist destinations. Our office have launched the Albay Muna, Albay Naman tourism campaign, wherein the Albayanos will go around Albay's destinations, know our own destinations again, so that we'll be able to witness how beautiful Albay is. And they will be the ones to promote Albay again after this pandemic.
Mount Mayon is a sight to behold, and it is through this grand force of nature that the province of Albay wrote its rich faith and history.
The faith of Albayanos is, I think, very unique because the local people really built a beautiful church, a very elaborate church. And I think it's a reflection of their faith that they're able to make such a beautiful work of art. Ang Daragat Church is a parish church here in the province of Albay. Actually, it was declared National Cultural Treasure in 2007. And it's actually one of the very few examples of what we call Churrigueresque style of churches in the Philippines. It's a style that we inherited from Spain and Mexico. If you look closely, there are a lot of symbols and a lot of meanings and values within the decoration of the church. It only became a parish church after 1814 eruption when the people really transferred out of Cagsawa. Cagsawa ruins is the older church of Daraga. Its history goes back to the 1500s, but the present church there was built in 1724. The big eruption in 1814, the people were really forced to move out because the church was ruined and many lives were lost and many properties were destroyed. But if you go there at Cagsawa, you can still see the remains of the ruins. Cagsawa Ruins was also declared National Cultural Treasure by the National Museum in 2015.
There are many more attractions to be found in Albay, such as an exciting ATV experience at the foot of Mayon.
You could also find serenity in Sumlang Lake or camping at Mount Masaraga.
Sumlang Lake is a 9-hectare bodies of water. It was started in 2013 as a community-based tourism. Sumlang Lake is the most visited place in our town and the fourth most visited place in the province of Albay. During pandemic, we closed the place a year ago. So what we did is we built a new structure to build another areas for the tourism development, and we opened the function hall through reservations only, just to provide an alternative solution to the unemployment.
If you want to feel pure nature and if you want to disconnect with the crowded city and disconnect from IT world, experience the nature at its best of Mount Masaraga. During this pandemic, we are still operating. We accept campers and for overnight stay for camping in daytime on a limited number of visitors, up to 30% of the carrying capacity of the campsite.
Coming to Albay, we are requiring the negative test results, either swab test, antigen test, and also the saliva test of the Red Cross. There are LGUs who are requiring tourists to download their contact tracing apps and also to go to their websites to register. We are proud to say that Albay is accessible either by air, by land, or by sea. So by land, we are very fortunate that SLEX is already serving the southern portion of the Luzon, and Albay is benefiting from the SLEX. Infrastructure play a very important role in the development of tourism industry. Because of the availability of good bridges and roads, tourists will surely go to these far-flung places.
Bicol is known for its delicious and often spicy comfort food. If a dish doesn't have chili in it, is it even Bicolano fare? And yes, this also goes for their desserts.
Ang mga Albayano po ay mahilig talaga sa maanghang kasi Oragon kami. Kahit anong dumating na uno sa amin, andyan yung bulkan, bagyo, and then ito pa, pandemic. Madali lang kami makabangon. Sinisimbolize din po yung pagkain namin ng maanghang. Every municipality po, magpunta ka, may iba-ibang klaseng Bicol Express. Ang original po talaga dito is yung gulay na sili lang po.
Ayan po, lulutuin ko po yung gulay lang po ng Bicol Express. Lalagay natin ng cooking oil, saka lalagyan natin ng 2 tablespoons ng garlic. Next, ilalagyan po natin siya ng onion. Sunod po natin ilagay yung ginger, saka yung alamang. Lalagyan natin siya ng gata, mga 3 cups po. Lalagyan natin siya ng salt, black pepper, ganyan. Halo siya para hindi yung gata niya, hindi yung mamuo. Maanghang po talaga. Sobrang anghang.
Yung may meat naman po, typically, pang-ulam po talaga siya. Masarap siya sa kanin. Mga customer po namin, mga guest, mga tourist, more on po, galing sila ng Manila or ibang bansa. Pumupunta po sila dito sa amin para itry lang po yung Bicol Express po na pinagmamalaki ng Bicol po. Very important po ang mga expressways, mga bridges kasi mas accessible po kami, mas madali po kaming puntahan. Kumbaga, iwas hassle po sa kanila.
Sili ice cream is first in the world. Pag narinig mo kasi ang Bicol, top of mind is sili, manghang. So doon kami nagsimula. Kaya naisip namin, why not make an ice cream na, alam mo, ice cream, dessert. Yung kontra sa kanya na malamig, para nag-aawa yung lamig, anghang at tamis.
Ngayon, ipapakita ko po sa inyo kung paano yung paggawa ng ice cream sili level 1. Una, kailangan natin ng whipped cream. Yung whipped cream ko kailangan naka-chilled para kapag minix natin siya, magdo-double in bulk. Mapapansin nyo na meron din ako nitong ice bath. Kailangan siya para dumoble or umalsa yung whipped cream. Susunod natin ilalagay ang oil. Gagamit na tayo ngayon ng hand mixer. So ang purpose nito para mag-creamy. So habang hinahalo natin yung whipped cream and oil, maglalagay na rin tayo ng water. Susunod natin yung coconut milk. Kailangan po luto siya. Okay, susunod na po natin yung sili labuyo. Ano lang po, 20 grams lang siya. Konti lang kasi para kayang kainin ng bata. And then lalagyan na natin siya ng food coloring. Then after natin mahalo, maglalagay na tayo ng white sugar. Kailangan natin siyang salain o gumamit ng strainer para matanggal yung sili labuyo.
For the sili ice cream, we have 4 levels. Ito, magkaiba-ibang level of spiciness.
Tastes so creamy. Actually, when you swallow it, wala ka masyadong malalasang anghang. But when it reaches your throat, para siyang may kick. Level 1 is very okay for me.
As a Bicolano, mahilig na tayo sa manghang. So, parang na-excite ako dito sa level 2 na sili ice cream. Para sa mahilig maanghang, parang gusto ko pa to add more.
Actually, mahilig talaga ako sa maanghang. So, titikman natin yung level 3. Masarap. Matamis siya na maanghang. Yung anghang niya nasa lalamunan.
Ang First Colonial Creamery, ang First Colonial po is meron na rin po kami cloud kitchen sa Manila. You can order in our Facebook page and other groceries in Manila. Very important yung infrastructure sa amin. Pasalamat kami ngayon at mas magandang infrastructure natin yan. Kung titingnan mo, mas madali na ngayon magbiyahe papuntang Manila by land. Yung mga bagong road opening, ang lalaki, and then magagandang pagkagawa. Ang food kasi kailangan ma-deliver mo kaagad dun sa depot mo. Kagaya sa amin, ang truck na ginagamit namin is a freezer truck. Ang lamig doon nasa -20. Kailangan ma-maintain mo yun hanggang Manila. So pagdating doon, ilalagay na rin namin sa mga freezers namin. Sa mga turista, sa mga guest ng Bicol, try sili ice cream. Talagang magugustuhan nyo.
The province of Albay is home to fertile lands, rich waters, and a wide variety of rare plant and animal species. And for some sweet treats, there's also sugar and honey.
Ito pong Albay Farmers Bounty Village is one of its kind. We are also accredited by the Department of Tourism as agri-tourism destination. The first po ito dito sa Bicol region. Isa po na fini-feature natin dito sa mga facilities natin is the stingless bee farm. Ang number one po natin pinoproduce is the stingless bee honey. Yun po ang marami pong naghahanap because this is the most nutritious honey in the world. Yung stingless bee kasi sobrang liit niya na nakakapasok siya sa pinakasuksukan ng mga flowers where doon po talaga yung mga vitamins makukuha po nila. So nadadala po yan doon sa hives nila and then yun na po natin ang nai-extract.
So sa pag-harvest po ng bees, ito po, 2 box na to. So ito na po siya. So kung makikita nyo po, itong nasa gitna na ito po yung brood. Kung saan po yung mga itlog ng bees natin. So ito po yung honey. Ikakat nyo lang po dyan. Minsan po, katabi siya ng brood. Iwasan po natin na makat po yung brood. So wag po natin kunin po lahat. So, kasi yun po yung pagkain po nila.
Sobra pong mahalaga ang ating mga roads and ating mga bridges kasi very accessible po sa lahat ng tao na pupunta dito nga sa ating bee farm. Ito po ay parang nagko-connect sa tao na pupunta sa isang destination. Ang lugar na kung saan pwede sila mag-aral, pwede sila makakuha ng new experiences. Dito sa Albay po, mayroon kaming project dito, Greening Albay through Beekeeping. Nag-encourage po talaga kami sa ating mga kapwa Albayanos. Kahit yung hindi Albayano, pwede din po sila pumunta dito at mag-aral, pwede virtual. Tutulungan po namin sila.
Dito po sa bayan ng Pulangi, mayroon pong isang chiminiya na pag yan po umusok, ang ibig sabihin po niyan, mayroong perang darating. Kasi po yung aroma niya na ang bango-bango na may paliwanag, naaamoy po yan sa kalapit na mga lugar. Kaya po yan na po ang senyales na nalalaman ng tao, pwede tayong bumili ng kalamay. Ang sugar farming po dito sa Galuda, talaga po dito na kinaugalian dito sa province of Albay, lalo na po sa Pulangi. Yan po ang karamihan na ginagawa niya pang sustainability sa pagbuhay-buhay nila ng mga farmers. So, ang pinoproduce po namin dito sa Galuda is kalamay. Pero ang ibig sabihin kalamay sa Tagalog, yung kakanin. Dito po kasi ma'am kalamay, yung sabing sangkaka o yung matamis na bao yung tinatawag o panutsa. Ang process po niyan, ang pagtapas niyan po, ang una, pag natambak na po yung tubo, meron po yung tinatawag naming crusher, sugarcane crusher, ipapasok na po doon. Pag under po noon, makukuha po yung juice. Yung juice po, sinasala namin para malinis. Pagka naipon na po yung juice by tinatawag ng balde, ilalagay na po doon sa tinatawag naming kawa. Doon na po, lalagyan na siya ng apoy, papakuluin na po siya. Pag kumulo po siya, nilalagyan po namin ng tinatawag namin tumbaw. Kasi po, pag hindi mo nilagyan po yun ng tumbaw, matatapon po yung sugarcane juice. Doon po siya, bubula po siya. Pag bulaan niya po doon na niya po ilalabas yung mga dumi ng tubo. Yun po, inaalis na po sa gilid ng tubo. Tapos po, pag nag-subside na po siya, binabati na po yung, hinahalo na po siya ng isang kahoy na bilog. Tapos, may tinatawag niya ng punto. Yung tama na yung pagkaluto niya, papalamigin na siyang konti, saka po isasalin sa baho. As a president of the Galuda Farmers Association, natutuwa po ako at proud din po ako kasi nakikilala ng Pulangi through sa mga other agencies na pumupunta sa amin. Tapos, yung mga farmers po talaga, through the Galuda, natutulungan namin sila regarding po sa mga input na nabibigay namin sa kanila. Proud po ako kasi unang-una po, ang may pinakamasarap na kalamay sa paggawa is from Pulangi. Kasi po, ang napoproduce namin dito, yung sabing first class, kasi malinis at talagang masarap po ang kalamay iba mo sa ibang lugar.
Albay's greatest treasure, Mount Mayon, is named after
Magayon,
a name that means beautiful. And it's clear this describes not just the local sites, but also the people, culture, and food. And whether you're flying in or driving to the province, the visit is totally worth it.